Hey everyone, welcome back to VeloView, the place where we dive deep into the most iconic machines ever built. Today, we're talking about a true legend that shaped the off-road world and became a symbol of freedom, toughness, and adventure, the 1970 Jeep CJ-5 and its later evolution, the CJ-7. These aren't just old Jeeps, they're the very definition of rugged simplicity, and even after more than 50 years, they still capture the imagination of anyone who loves to explore beyond the pavement. The 1970 Jeep CJ-5 was born from the DNA of the military Willys Jeep that served in World War II. After the war, people wanted a civilian version of that same tough, go-anywhere vehicle, and that's how the CJ, short for civilian Jeep, came into being. By 1970, the CJ-5 had already earned a reputation for being nearly unstoppable off-road. Its design was simple yet iconic, a short wheelbase of around 83 inches, a steel body mounted on a ladder frame, round headlights flanking the unmistakable 7-slot grille, and minimal overhangs that made it perfect for tackling rough terrain. It was compact, functional, and built purely for purpose. Every bolt and curve served a reason, and there was no pretense of luxury or comfort. Under the hood, the 1970 CJ-5 came with a few engine options, but the one enthusiasts remember most is the dauntless 225 cubic inch V6, producing about 155 horsepower and 235 pound-feet of torque. For such a light and nimble vehicle, that was more than enough power to take on mountains, rivers, or sand dunes. The dauntless V6 gave the CJ-5 a strong low-end pull, something off-roaders loved when climbing rocks or trudging through mud. There were also inline-4 versions for those who wanted better fuel economy, though they lacked the torque and thrill of the V6. Transmission options were basic, typically a 3-speed manual, though later models offered 4-speed setups. Gear shifts were heavy, mechanical, and full of feedback, which added to the raw driving feel. The CJ-5 featured a part-time 4-wheel drive system operated through a twin-stick transfer case. That meant you had to manually engage the front axle when the terrain got rough, but once locked in 4-wheel drive, the CJ-5 could climb almost anything. There were no electronics, no traction control, and no computers, just solid mechanical parts doing their job with precision. The axles were durable Dana units, the suspension used leaf springs at all 4 corners, and the frame was built to withstand abuse. On paved roads, it felt rough and jittery, but off-road, it was right in its element. You could take it up steep inclines, crawl over rocks, and ford rivers without hesitation. Inside the 1970 CJ-5, comfort was never the priority. The cabin was as minimal as it gets, a simple metal dashboard with a few gauges, basic switches, and seats that were more functional than plush. There was no insulation, no power steering in most versions, and no luxury features whatsoever. But that simplicity gave it character. You could hose down the interior after a muddy trail run, fix most problems with basic tools, and know that this machine was built for adventure, not convenience. Driving a CJ-5 wasn't about smoothness or speed, it was about connection. You felt every bump, every vibration, every bit of the terrain under the tires. When Jeep introduced the CJ-7 in 1976, it wasn't a replacement for the CJ-5 but rather an evolution of the same spirit. The CJ-7 had a longer wheelbase, about 93.5 inches, which made it more stable on the road and provided extra space inside. That extra length also allowed for the inclusion of an automatic transmission, which helped Jeep appeal to a broader audience beyond hardcore off-roaders. The CJ-7 offered several engine options, including the AMC 232 and 258 inline-6, and even a 304 cubic inch V8 producing around 150 horsepower. This gave it a more powerful and refined performance, especially on longer drives or when towing. The design of the CJ-7 still carried that unmistakable Jeep personality, the boxy shape, round headlights, and open-air freedom, but with subtle improvements. The doors fit better, the windshield design was slightly altered, and interior features became more practical. You could now have carpeting, padded seats, and even optional hardtops or roll bars. There were also special editions like the Renegade and Golden Eagle, which offered bold graphics, alloy wheels, and unique styling touches. Despite these refinements, the CJ-7 didn't lose its rugged character. It still used solid axles, leaf spring suspension, and offered incredible off-road performance. For those who wanted extra convenience, Jeep even introduced the Quadra-Track full-time 4-wheel drive system, which allowed drivers to tackle mixed terrain without manually engaging the transfer case. Both the CJ-5 and CJ-7 shared the same core philosophy. They were vehicles designed to take you anywhere, not necessarily in comfort, but with confidence and durability. On the highway, they could feel twitchy and noisy, but once you left the asphalt, they transformed into unstoppable machines. Their mechanical simplicity made them easy to repair and modify. Enthusiasts loved customizing them with lifted suspensions, oversized tires, winches, and other off-road accessories. Even today, the CJ community is strong, with countless restored and modified examples still roaming trails around the world. The cultural impact of the Jeep CJ series is enormous. These vehicles became symbols of freedom and individuality. They appeared in movies, in outdoor adventures, and even as military and utility vehicles across the globe. Owning one wasn't just about transportation, it was about lifestyle. When you drove a CJ, you weren't just behind the wheel of a car, you were part of a legacy that celebrated exploration and resilience. Driving one today, whether it's the compact and nimble CJ-5 or the more spacious and balanced CJ-7, is like stepping back into a simpler time. There's no screen to distract you, no electronics to interfere, just you, the engine, and the trail ahead. The sound of the V6 or inline-6 rumbling through the open air, the wind whipping past your face, and the feeling of raw mechanical engagement remind you what driving was meant to be. It's not about comfort, it's about connection. Even after all these years, these Jeeps are still admired by collectors, restorers, and adventurers alike. Their design is timeless, their capability unmatched for their era, and their spirit unbreakable. They taught the world that true adventure doesn't come from luxury but from the courage to explore the unknown. So, that's the complete review of the 1970 Jeep CJ-5 and CJ-7, two machines that defined what it means to be free on four wheels. They weren't perfect, but they were pure, honest, and full of character. If you ever get the chance to drive one, don't hesitate. Feel the vibrations, embrace the noise, and understand why these Jeeps are still legends after half a century. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more detailed reviews of classic rides that shaped automotive history, make sure to hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and most importantly, subscribe to VeloView for more epic automotive stories and timeless reviews. See you in the next one. Keep exploring, keep driving, and never stop chasing adventure.